us about your first one. I think it's Tesla, right?
Yes, indeed. I think Tesla right now has definitely benefited, if looking at the chart, has benefited from some of the recent bullish momentum that the overall market has seen. I think keeping that in mind, we see right now it's up over $3 today, $3 and about 40 cents and change, over 1%, 1.5%. This is one that I do like. I like the stock. I understand that there is some volatility around the stock due to obviously Elon and some of the comments he makes on social media, and some of the promises that has been really put out there. But this, I think, what's coming is something very interesting with their full self-driving event that's coming in October. So at this price level, if that is something that can get the market going, I think there's some higher price action to come.
Hold on to your seats, everyone. The stock market is buzzing, and the source of this excitement is none other than the high-stakes world of autonomous driving. Uber and Tesla are at the forefront of this transformative technology, each with its visionary leader pushing the limits. But here's a twist. Recently, Uber CEO Dara Khosrowshahi took to a popular podcast to cast doubts on Tesla's ambitious robotaxi initiative, helmed by the ever-controversial Elon Musk. What's driving this skepticism? Does he have valid points? Or is it all just competitive banter? Let's dive right into it. But before we do that, if you want to keep up with Tesla's latest updates and keep up with the stock market's latest news, you can follow our Twitter account. We post multiple times daily about the biggest changes and catalysts in the market, so click the follow button if you don't want to miss the newest market updates. Now, back to today's video.
Yeah, understood. Okay, so you see some higher price action. Let's see, it's had a choppy chart, but of late, no one expected that Nvidia would go down to 120 and Tesla would go up to 220. I mean, people were scratching their heads, right? But that's exactly what happened. Tell me, Ben, about the charts. Good morning.
Has been kind of a choppy chart, but each of the pullbacks we've seen in that chop has yet to take out key levels that were established on the way up. So just kind of getting into some of the price activity, I'm looking at a few different time frames I wanted to focus on. First and foremost, a 5-minute candle and the rally we've seen just over the last week or so. You can see the stock was trading in the bottom left corner there, down around that 180, 190 level. Look at this really well-defined trend up where value has been and continues to move at and establish itself at higher and higher levels. Now, again, in terms of the chop, some of these pullbacks, like this one, for example, not what the bulls wanted to see, but you can also notice how we did not get below 187. That was the key area that we established prior to that bit of retracement. So moving away from this 5-minute candle chart, you're going to see a similar pattern playing out on the hourly candle chart. This sell-off here right now that's been playing out, the move lower, not what the bulls want to see, Nicole, but still holding and finding support above a key area right around that 180 level. So the way I see it, get back through 250, or in fact, I think if you wanted to, you could even bring that area balance down a bit and kind of look at this as one larger area. So in this instance, get back above 230, open up a door for a retest this 271 level. I wanted to show you one more chart I've got my eye on, and you're going to now understand why I'm really leaning on the bullish tones or sentiment here. And it's because, again, this longer term chart, you can see, look at this, from all the way down around $14 back in the fall of 2019 up to $414, more sideways than not as of recent, but again, build momentum to this 230, 250 area, and I think the bulls are back in charge.
Khosrowshahi's stance on Tesla's robotaxi isn't entirely unexpected. After all, when two titans of the ride-hailing market are battling it out, sparks are bound to fly. The drama unfolded during an episode of The Logan Bartlett Show, where Khosrowshahi laid out his concerns about Tesla's robotaxi project and even hinted at potential flaws in Musk's vision. While it's easy to dismiss his remarks as competitive dissatisfaction, let's unravel the details to see if there's merit hidden behind this rivalry. Dara Khosrowshahi did not pull his punches. During his interview, he expressed skepticism about Tesla owners willingly renting out their personal vehicles to strangers. "Would you let a complete stranger into your personal car?" he posed rhetorically. It's a fair enough question, isn't it? Trusting a stranger with a personal asset, especially one as valuable as a Tesla, seems like a tall order. But let's not forget that a similar model already exists. Turo, the car rental marketplace, operates on this very premise and has found notable success. Investors like IAC think so highly of Turo that they poured in $250 million. But here's where Khosrowshahi's argument begins to fray. Despite his criticism, Uber is heavily invested in autonomous driving as well, in collaboration with Alphabet's self-driving subsidiary, Waymo. In an almost ironic twist, Khosrowshahi indicated that Uber might even be open to partnering with developers like Tesla in the future. This is akin to saying, "Hey, I think your idea is flawed, but let's work together anyway." Isn't it a bit rich to cast doubt on a rival's technology while simultaneously leaving the door open to future alliances? To use a stock market analogy, it's like short-selling a stock but secretly buying call options on the same security. Tesla, under the stewardship of Elon Musk, has grand visions for its robotaxi fleet. Musk envisions fleets of self-driving vehicles revolutionizing logistics, delivery, car rentals, and, most notably, ride-hailing. The long-term game plan even suggests that Tesla owners can rent out their autonomous cars during idle times, creating a unique peer-to-peer car rental ecosystem. So, is it contradictory to cast doubt on Tesla's robotaxi technology while still considering future collaborations in such a high-potential market? Let's find out. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Investocracy.
So they have a chance. You have a chance, Joel.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It really just for me, want to buy the stock, looking for an entry, maybe even a pullback. Ideally, I would love that pullback to be somewhere near the likes of 210. But again, we're looking at over a $9 move from where we currently sit. Don't know if I'll get that price action. That would be somewhat ideal for me, or 210 or lower, I should say. If we don't, I'll still be looking for entries again, going in between now and going into that October event for the full self-driving. In the event, then we'll look and see how that plays out until the end of the year. But right now, I'm a bull.
Yeah. All right. Next up here, you have MSTR, MicroStrategy.
The potential for a business-to-business application is also enormous. Just imagine the savings that logistics giants like Amazon and UPS could reap by integrating autonomous vehicles into their fleets. Cathie Wood, the CEO of ARK Investment Management and a long-standing Tesla cheerleader, is incredibly bullish on the robotaxi concept, projecting a total addressable market of a whopping $10 trillion. While these figures might seem overly optimistic, they highlight the gigantic potential that lies within space. Even a conservative estimate would place this opportunity in the multi-billion-dollar range. Let's throw in another sarcastic joke for good measure. If every investor had $1 for each time Musk unveiled a game-changing idea, it'd probably rival the US Treasury bailout package. But, jokes aside, the numbers from Wood and the successful proof of concept by Turo suggest there's something substantive here. Yet, the skepticism persists. A business-to-consumer model of the robotaxi service might face hurdles, such as customer sentiment and regulatory hurdles. While early adopters may flock to the service, achieving mass adoption is a different beast altogether. On the other hand, the B2B applications, especially logistics and delivery services, present a burgeoning market where autonomous fleets could significantly drive down operational costs. Nevertheless, we have to bridge the gap between these points of skepticism and opportunity. Khosrowshahi's concerns are not without merit, especially when we consider that consumer comfort and trust must be earned, often the hard way. As with any burgeoning technology, the initial journey is riddled with skepticism and criticism. Ultimately, the tug-of-war between Uber and Tesla offers investors a glimpse into the competitive landscape of autonomous driving. Uber's current partnerships and potential future collaborations underscore the company's ambitions. On the other hand, Tesla's relentless pursuit of robotaxi technology exemplifies its commitment to groundbreaking innovations. So what does all of this mean for Tesla stock investors? The answer is easy, but before going through it, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make, so if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video.
They went through a dark period. I mean, we saw demand soften in China and globally for EVs. Boom came off the rose. They missed deliveries in 1Q. But our whole call was adult in the room, Musk steps up, turns us around, cuts prices. Then the mojo returns. And that's what we saw yesterday. I mean, the 2Q deliveries handily beat Whisper and the Street. And Paul, I believe we're going to a historical period because Robotaxi Day, August 8th, we just raised price target to 300. I could argue FSD and autonomous, Tesla is the most undervalued.
FSD is
Full self-driving.
Full self-driving.
Tesla is the most undervalued AI play in the market.
Everything you just said is about automobiles. If we can all agree Toyota's the machine of the world in automobiles, to be charitable, it's trading at 10 times earnings. How do you buy Tesla? Forget about the disasters of America when the best run machine is running at 10 times earnings.
Yeah, I think Tom brings up like probably the biggest debatable point in Tesla. I've always viewed Tesla as a disruptive tech company. Never viewed them as an auto company. And I think more and more the software piece, especially when it comes to FSD and autonomous, that is ultimately what's really going to distinguish them more and more going forward. The way that you get to evaluation, trillion, half, 2 trillion Tesla, it's not auto. It's that this is essentially an AI play. It's data driven, and the sum of the parts model starts to play out. That's why I believe this is marks a huge inflection point in the Tesla story. And I think August 8th, look, just like we talked about with Apple going to WWDC with Cook and the AI strategy, this will be a historical moment for the Tesla story.
So what is that event? Explain to us what that event is.
So they're going to basically introduce their autonomous and robotaxi fleet, which essentially is going to lead to, over the coming years, I believe 1 of every 5, 1 of every 6 ride shares at some point.
Which city is going to do what you're talking about? It's not congestion New York.
Look, I think next 3 to 5 years, autonomous is coming, because in China it's coming. FSD and autonomous is happening.
It's going to work in Kansas City.
It will work in Kansas City. I say, but put it this way, by the end of the decade, you will have a percent, 5, 10, 15% of what I'll call shared rides that will not have a driver.
Okay.
As we stretch the horizons of autonomous driving, Tesla's robotaxi vision reveals promising yet uncharted waters. Despite Khosrowshahi's reservations, the incessant dedication from Musk cannot be understated. Tesla's stock continues to ride high on investor confidence, now trading at a robust valuation that reflects its innovation-driven futures. Analysts continue to forecast monumental growth for Tesla, not solely based on its existing EV market, but the vast untapped potential of autonomous technology. So, where does this leave us? Quite squarely in the driver's seat of an intriguing investment opportunity. For those bullish on the future of AI and autonomous vehicles, Tesla presents a compelling addition to your portfolio. However, caution and skepticism are healthy, given the nascent nature of the technology. In the vivacious realm of stock markets, where fortunes are made and lost in a heartbeat, Tesla's robotaxi could indeed be your ticket to substantial gains. Agree or disagree, Musk's vision continues to captivate the markets, making Tesla a stock that's impossible to ignore. But most importantly, what are your own thoughts? Do you share Khosrowshahi's skepticism? Or do you see the multi-billion-dollar potential that investors like Cathie would project? Engage with us and share your perspectives. Let's navigate these exciting times together. With the landscape of autonomous driving evolving so rapidly, stay tuned for the next thrilling updates in the world of stocks and technology. Until then, happy investing. And finally, if you would like to know what companies like Tesla have been up to these past few days, go ahead and click on the next video on your screen. See you there.